tuned into Racket Radio on Local Loudness, and as always, I am your host, Stoney. And if you're sick of hearing my voice every Wednesday, I got 2 words for you. Just 2 words for you. If you're into wrestling, you know what I mean. Because until I find somebody prettier with a prettier mouth, you're just going to have to listen to me talk every week. So luckily, you don't have to look at me talk every week, so it doesn't have to be a prettier mouth. So anyway, Racket Radio, it is a Wednesday night, or depending on if you're listening to it later. And right off the bat, that track right there, Phillip Lee Jr., that's Heart off the 2017 album Overflow. I know a lot of times we kick off with something a little bit newer, but there's a reason for that. We are taping this very special show because here in 4 days, 5 days, something like that, on September 8th, we got a very special show. Well, actually, every week this is a very special show, but it's a very special edition of this show. So I have a couple of guests in the studio this week. So get all excited. If you're the kind of person like me that kind of plays like you're in the room, then while you're in your room listening to this, how about you give a clap up for Matt Doyle?
How's it going?
And Kendall.
Yo,
I'm gonna have him say the last name because I always say it wrong.
Kendall Levesque.
Levesque. There you go. So
the legend.
The legend. Yeah, the true legend. Not to be confused with Triple H, right?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Ken somehow.
You're
figured that out.
Yeah.
There you go. Now, you know, people that are just semi-wrestling fans are kind of, why does that make sense? Well, if you know wrestling, then you know that makes sense. So, all right. So we played Phillip Lee Jr. at the top, and I know for at least for you, Matt, you love hearing some Phillip Lee.
Oh yeah, he was one of my favorite artists. Still is. He's been a big influence on me ever since I met him a few years ago, and I've loved his music, and I always love hearing his stuff.
All right, and that's why we are here. We are here to talk about a special show that's coming up in a few days. Like I said, every Sunday they gather to do this, but this Sunday is in particular at Southbound Smokehouse. Was going to be about 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock, yeah.
9 o'clock, the Family Jam, which do every week, and that's been going on, for a couple years now?
Well, yeah, it's been 2 or 3 years, I think. I've been doing it for about a year now, since Phillip passed.
So, in saying that Phillip passed, that is part of the reason for this special show.
Yeah, the anniversary is coming up, and we just kind of wanted to do something to dedicate it to him, so... Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to have just a lot of the people that he played with come and do some sets and just kind of dedicate the night to him.
There you go. We're going to play some of those on this show. So you want to go ahead and the family night, go ahead and let's go ahead and tell people that may not know what the family night is.
Well, it's kind of an open mic sort of feel. I invite a bunch of different artists every week, try to have different people come and play every week. Usually it's about 30-minute sets or so. And then after the original lineup that I had picked for the night plays, I'll just kind of get everybody up there. They mix up and a bunch of different people get up there and play together. So it's kind of just like a platform for new musicians to come in and meet people they haven't met, get to play with people they haven't met before. So,
and then how similar or does that differ from the original version that Phillip did?
I try to keep it pretty close to the way Phillip did it. He had a main band really that played with him every week, but there was always somebody new there. He always had somebody new get up there and play, and just kind of always tried to make everybody feel like they were welcome. And it's pretty close to the way he did it. It's about the same. I try to keep new people every week coming, and then I try to get a lot of people that everyone likes to come back and play, repeatedly.
There you go. And this particular one, September 8th?
Yeah.
Right? Southbound Smokehouse. And who do you already have tapped that's confirmed to play this special one? It's kind of like a year later memorial.
Yeah, exactly. Right now we got Kenny George is going to be playing, Will McCraney, Ryan Abel, I think Bethany Davis is going to come play, Jason Shepard's supposed to play, J.C. Ward, Kendall's going to be playing also. right now that's the definite people we got. But there's always people that come and
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good lineup for one stage right there. That's,
oh yeah.
That's kind of like a 12 bands thing right there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like all
like,
local stars on there,
yeah.
right? So that'll be cool. So about 9 o'clock they start, but they do it every week. So this one I guess will be a little bit different because whereas you usually get one or two groups to kind of quote unquote headline before the open mic,
Right.
This will be just like a lot of people
Yeah.
set up the jam. So that'll be really, really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
So, what do you think? Do you think Phillip will be looking down, thinking about this lineup, all doting over him on that night?
Man, I'd really like to think that it'd be something that he'd be pretty proud of, just considering, that I've tried to keep it as close as I can to the way he did it, and just I feel like I've kind of been carrying the torch pretty well. Just because I went so much when he was hosting it that I kind of paid attention to the way that he did things, and I think it'd be something that he'd be happy with.
Well, there you go. And if we leave any details out of this, at www.localloudnessmusic.com, that's local with a K, the latest issue is already out, the September-October issue, and Matt was so cool to send me some pictures and to answer some questions for an article just about the whole experience there. So really, really cool stuff. We are going to play some songs by artists that are going to be participating, and I scoured and tried to find something from everybody. And it's kind of funny because you have a couple artists on the list where it's like somewhere along the line you go online and it's like releasing an EP and they're on the news and stuff, and you're like looking all online, where the hell's their EP at? So, but luckily found some good stuff, and luckily for me, I did the singer-songwriter thing and sat right next to Ryan Abel that they do at Metro, and at the end of the night, Ryan handed me a CD that's got like almost all these people on it. So
yeah.
I was like, where's that CD? Oh hell yeah! So I was between that and already having some stuff. I was able to put together what I thought was a pretty good list of songs for this show. And
Definitely.
a couple in listening, we listened last night, and there was one I had already determined a couple off of Ryan's CDs were perfect, and then got to this one, and I was like, oh my god, that CD has got to go on this. That song's got to go on this show. We're in tears listening to that show the song last night. It's something else. But we are going to get into a block right now, but we will be right back. So right here, Kenny George is playing at this event. So this is off the Silent Saint EP. We've been playing a lot of songs off that, and I believe the title track from that was made our Turn It Up to 11 loud list.
Really?
So
awesome.
But this is another track because we don't want you to think that Kenny George only has one song when he's got multiple albums, and he's also interviewed him for the online issue, and you'll find out that if you like Kenny George, you got I believe an EP and an album in him coming in the next so often.
Oh yeah.
But this is off this. This is a track called It's a Fool. So check this out. Kenny George Band on Racket Radio.
I got a reason to leave. I got a reason to stay. I ain't never had better love, but I damn sure had a better day. Look, when I see you leave, I fall to my knees. The thought of losing you, it just makes me weak. And baby, it's a fool ever stops loving you. And I got this old sensation when I got you by my side. What did God do when He made women like you? How do you expect all the men like me to survive? All of my woes, what the hell were they for? I'm fighting for nothing if I ain't died for you. Baby, it's whatever stops loving you. And baby, it's whatever stops loving you. I did everything you wanted me to do. See, as time's going on, I'm not feeling quite as strong. I'm chasing after nothing and never getting through. Stops loving you. And baby, it's that ever stops loving you. And baby, it's that ever stops loving you. The phone starts to ring like a bell, and it's you on the other end. A little drunk, and I was asleep. Now I'm up, and I'm running down your street. When the morning comes, let's just pretend that we're after midnight friends. That smoke in your hand, I had to catch a drag play it cool, but I'm just a fool for you. When the morning comes, let's just pretend that we're after midnight friends. When the morning comes, let's just pretend that we're after midnight friends. Let's just pretend that we're after midnight friends. When the morning comes, let's just pretend that we're after midnight friends. After midnight friends. After midnight friends.
All right, if you didn't recognize that voice right there, then you haven't been involved in local music in the past, whatever. That was from 2016, the track After Midnight by Will McCraney. And Will McCraney is unmistakable in his playing and his voice. And so glad that he's back in there. I just wish he would play more often. And he's playing at this event as well.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And see, the star list just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Right. So you've heard some of the star lists, and we'll repeat it on later and towards the end of the show. But probably the biggest reason to show up, other than the fact to pay tribute to Phil, would be that I'd be willing to bet that what you hear here will just be a fraction of who actually gets on stage.
Oh yeah, that always is. Like every week, whenever I try to post the few people that I have, that'll guaranteed will be there, and it's always like magnified every week. Like there's gonna be 5-10 people there. I mean, Kendall can tell you there's always people there.
There you go.
More than
Will McCraney.
Yeah.
Phil McCraney. We're going to tie
Phil
this
McCraney.
up together. That's in your band. That's a band name. The Phil McCraney's. Will McCraney.
Love
before that, Kenny George Band. So both appearing at this event. And, I kind of, if you guys don't follow Matt on Facebook, I'm going to throw a reveal out there. I don't know. He kind of snuck this out a little bit. But if you might see, you might actually see Matt on stage.
Yeah. I might get up there and play some drums behind somebody, hopefully.
See, so I would think that for at least this particular show, you really should be a part of it.
I would like to. I'm gonna try. To see if I can squeeze my way up there.
There you go. Maybe we could just scat.
Yeah.
You guys old enough to know what scatting is?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Maybe you could scat. So, all right. So you guys, the two of you hang around a lot.
Yeah.
Not just as this. You guys kind of do. I mean, if I would tell you, if it wasn't for Matt, I wouldn't be able to see half these people play live because, I get up at the ass crack of dawn every morning. So in the middle of the week, it is impossible for me to, go see anybody play that's playing after 5 o'clock.
Fair. Yeah.
And somehow, this guy right here who's got the whole family thing going on manages somehow still to get out. And I'm on Facebook, at 6:37 going, let me see what's going on before I go to bed because I'm so old. And it never fails. Somewhere in the top of the feed, there's Matt live somewhere filming somebody. I mean, last night I was flipping through. I was like, I didn't know Kenny George Band was playing somewhere around here tonight. What the hell? Why doesn't anybody tell me? Because I was looking for something to do on a Friday night since we couldn't make Columbia. So I get to see. I have seen more versions of Working Man by Kendall than any other song I've ever heard by him. Because, I don't know, you need to tell him, you need to say, I got more songs than just that.
Yeah, man,
Would you Facebook Live something else, please?
I need to work on that. I've been trying to get a variety going.
He's getting a couple.
I love Wrote a Song. That's my other favorite
one.
original of Kendall's. Yeah.
So if you guys want to keep up and you can't get out and you're not friends with Matt or Matthew Doyle, whatever, a local scene, do you still have that one too?
Yeah, that was a fiasco. They made me change my name from local scene back to Matthew Doyle. So Matthew Doyle is the local scene page. Okay. Matt Doyle is just the personal Facebook.
There you go. And see, you can just hang out at the house if you got kids. You know what I mean? If you're like me, you can just turn on your Amazon Fire Stick and you can go on Facebook and just enlarge it and watch it on your TV screen and just be sit back with your coffee and go.
Absolutely.
It's like being there. Turn the lights out.
Turn the lights out, yeah.
It's like being there, man. So,
you got it going on, man.
We do it with my phone, though. My phone, God, I tape it sounds like ass. I don't know what it is.
I need a new phone.
So, all right. So what we are going to do now is we're going to get a little bit of live music from Kendall.
Yeah.
You thought, he hasn't been saying much, so you're wondering why Kendall was here. You were probably thinking, is he Matt's ride? Okay, so it is actually a little bit too early in the morning for Matt to be, well, you would think, to be drinking anything other than the power drink that he has.
Well, you never know. Kendall bought me that, so he might have slipped something in there.
It happens. But no, Kendall's here, and we're gonna get Kendall to talk a little bit. So Kendall's gonna play a song here, and it's a particular song. I actually, when I was talking to Matt about doing this taping, I actually asked if Kendall could do this song in particular. So because it relates. So Kendall, can you tell us a little bit about the song you're gonna play for us?
Yeah, the song I'm going to play for you guys today is called You Ain't Here. I actually wrote it last September after Phil's passing, and I didn't get a chance to know him as well as a lot of the local guys did. But I remember just sitting down at Metro Coffee House with him and getting some advice on how to pursue and taking this seriously as a career. And he really stepped on my toes and got me going, and I really looked up to him. And before I knew it, he was gone, and so I wrote the song just to remember him. And I just want you guys to know, if you're struggling with some of the same things he was, the world's better with you in it.
So the song's called what again?
You Ain't Here.
All right, right here on Racket Radio.
I say it feels a little darker. Them old nasty clouds keep rolling in. It's been stormy weather ever since you left us. The tears, they fall like rain ever since. Keep on rolling down the mountains. The wind, it keeps on blowing through our hair. But you ain't here. But that little girl can't hide her feelings that your sister spends all night locked in your room. Your friends, they all get quiet at your mention, so we don't know what the hell we're supposed to do. The rivers keep on rolling down the mountains. The wind, it keeps on blowing through our hair, but you ain't here. But you ain't here. But you ain't here. I know the time I had with you was a godsend, but I'm still blaming him for all this. The words written in red don't bring no healing, and we just all cannot hold it in. The rivers keep on rolling down the mountains. The wind, it keeps on blowing through our hair. Rivers keep on rolling down the mountains, but you ain't here. But you ain't here. I wish you were here.
All right, that was a Kendall right here with this amazing song, his song for Phillip Lee. So he fits right into the program. So what'd you think?
Oh, I love it.
You love it?
I love the song. Yeah, I've heard him play it a couple times live, and I love hearing it.
And you're pretty sure he's going to play it on the 8th. I mean, it would be kind of people probably leaving going,
Yeah.
why didn't he play the song?
Right.
So, and all right, and I'm sure Phil would dig that song. And you're
Absolutely.
right. I mean, one thing about Phil, he did a show at the studio. Him when he was playing with McKenna, and we had certain guidelines at Mad Studios, and we had guidelines where we'd split 50-50 because that's how we paid the bills. We didn't sell alcohol. And he came in and he goes, well, this is the deal. I want to do this show. We're going to do $15 a ticket. I'm going to sell those tickets in advance, and you get $5, I get $10, and we're going to sell it out. And I was like, okay, you know what? If you're going to sell it out, I'm cool with that.
Right.
I'm cool with that. And it made for the easiest night because didn't have to take any money at the door, and that's always a nice thing. And he walked in and he goes, okay, here's your part, before the show even started.
Wow.
Cool. So
Yeah.
I just had to take tickets, and the show was packed. Him and McKenna played, and I believe they played mostly originals, and it was a pretty good show. It was a really good show, packed show, and always loved the packed shows in that room.
Yeah.
So there was quite a few amazing shows. I mean, we had some shows where we sat around and were blessed to hear some amazing artists with like 2 other people in the room. So
Yeah, definitely.
it happens.
You've got that either way in the showbiz. It's not always going to be packed out stadiums or restaurants at our level.
But he was a matter of fact about that stuff, because I can tell you we had some other I call them Metro artists because at the time you had a regular group of artists that played at Metro, and Phillip was part of that. And you had a couple of guys that booked solo shows at the studio that were actually kind of better known.
Right.
And played to like 5 people. And Phil, lesser known of the group, went out, sold tickets, friends, family, whatever, and dragged them out there. And I was like, that's what happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you get caught up in the we packed this venue, they'll follow us. But a lot of times a packed venue is a packed venue because it's going to be a packed venue because it's that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that doesn't diminish the quality of the artist playing. But a lot of times artists get caught up in that, oh, they're here to see me. Some venues, those people are there whether
you're
either
there
on stage or not.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like I said, it doesn't diminish the quality of the performance. So, Phillip Lee was one of those people that understood, when I play at Metro, these people are going to be here. I know they want to see me, but they might not necessarily want to go someplace else, especially someplace where there's no alcohol involved. So I got to work it, and he worked it and packed the place out. So, speaking of Phillip, how about we get into a couple more tunes?
Let's do it.
So a little bit of once again off of Overflow, 2017 release, Phillip Lee. I believe at the top of the show we heard like the first track release off that, and I believe this was the follow-up track that he released, and this is Blues Number. Really, really good track.
Great track.
So check this out on Racket Radio, and we'll be right back.
Why do you leave me here? Like a ghost you just disappear. In and out you go. Oh, but I can't do that anymore. 'Cause I got my pride, baby, and you got all your jealousy. Oh, that don't even bother me. Bother me no more. So this is the last time you're ever gonna call yourself mine. I've got to let you go. I just have to let you know that my lady, can't you see that you'll never be the same without me? No. So what do you want me to do? Oh, 'cause I can't stay entangled up with you. You know I can't read your mind, but girl, 'cause I know I'll be fine. I'm gonna be just fine. So go on and ride that wind. Sail away, don't come back again. You know the night turns into day. That cold weather never does stay. So you can't just run on, girl. Make your little getaway. Oh, I can't even stay here no more. You'll never be the same without me, no. So what do you want me to do? can't stay tangled up with you. You know I can't read your mind, but girl, 'cause I know I'll be fine. Oh, I'll be just fine. Stop that now. Oh, you're crying now. Go on and stop that now. Every tear that keeps streaming on down. You know that I can't make the same mistakes and leave myself broken instead of them playing. I wouldn't let you in, but what you couldn't see is I was never the man you wanted me to be. And so with my one last breath and everything off of my chest, I just want you to see the man that I was used to be.
Tried to say I'm sorry in 100 different ways, but every time that I try, another lie slips away. I honestly don't understand how it is you stayed. I'm grateful for all you've done for me and all the prayers that you prayed. But these demons, they won't let me go. My feelings, I can't seem to control. I say things that I don't mean. I do things that I can't redeem. But from the bottom of my heart, I need you to know you're the one I'll always care for. Every morning I thank the Lord for His forgiving ways. Stood by my side through all my dark nights and all my vile days. But pretty soon you'll hit your limit, and that'll be all she wrote. You'll leave to save yourself from the one you know you love the most. 'Cause these demons, they won't let me go. My feelings, I can't seem to control. I say things that I don't mean. I do things that I can't redeem. But from the bottom of my heart, I need you to know you're the one I'll always care for. my face, but I order another round. An American beer that's not made here, a shot of something brown. I pick a fight to make sure that I still can feel. Punishing myself for all your dreams I didn't mean to kill. But these demons, they won't let me go. My feelings can't seem to control. Say things that I don't mean, do things that I can't redeem. But from the bottom of my heart, I need you to know you're the one I'll always care for. You're the one I'll always care for.
Well, that track right there, that if we had it blasting in this room, would probably have us three grown men in tears.
Yeah.
Is Demons off the Ryan Abel album, All Us Sinners, and before that you heard the Phillip Lee Jr. track Blues Number off the Overflow album. Another block of songs from artists that are going to be at the September 8th Family Jam at Southbound, and once again we have Kendall and we have Matt here in the music room talking about that. Matt is the third in line person that has run that show.
Yeah.
After Phillip and after somebody else. We're not going to get into politics because why do we want to get into
good old politics,
negativity and stuff like that, right?
No, happy talk.
Happy talk. So, and you know what? I am gonna get sidetracked just a little bit.
Sure.
On the topic of happy talk in the local scene, and we're not gonna get into details, but recently, my heart burst with pride because Kendall kind of tackled a situation that kind of got a little bit out of hand, and listen, we're not gonna get into details, and kind of took a Phillip Lee approach to keeping things positive and not letting them kind of get out of hand. And he kind of squashed the situation, and I kind of liked that. So I kind of want to throw. I don't have a hat on. Here we go. Put his hat on from work. Hats off to Kendall on squashing that. So that was really, really cool. He. For those of you who know, he's talking about he was somebody who could be kind of snarky, so he kind of stepped into the lion's den on his own, and it turned into a beautiful thing, did it not?
It did, and I think the best thing to remember on that point, we're all on the same team. We tackle things differently, a lot differently, young guys and the guys that are more experienced, but we're all on the same team. If we can really bring that together, what an amazing place Augusta can be for music for generations to come.
There you go. And we and what I really liked about it is it kind of shut down anybody that wanted to kind of stir the pot. The pot was getting stirred a little bit. You kind of took care of it, and then all of a sudden the pot was just flat out covered and empty. Nobody talked about it after that, except for all the good stuff. So that's what we need. We need more of, because we get people complaining. Nobody comes here. Everybody says they come to my show. Nobody come. Well, I'm 53 years old. I work like 40 to 70 hours a week.
Right.
I go to I have to be up 2-3 o'clock in the morning to be at work. So in the middle of the week, it's tough to see somebody play.
Sure.
And you get all these designs. You're like, man, this Saturday I'm gonna go see so and so play. And then Saturday you're sitting on the couch and you're 53 years old and you feel like somebody done picked you up and smacked you against the wall. And you're like,
can't do it.
God, that show don't start till 10.
10.
You know, man, I'm used to going to bed at 7.
Yeah.
God,
And you try to take a nap before you go, and you never wake up.
Yeah, so,
Wake up at 7 in the morning.
There
Damn.
Funny story. Last Sunday, I actually passed out because in the last 2 weeks, I've been blessed to play eight shows, and so I just like passed out. I was tired, and I woke up and the sun was still shining. I was like, oh crap! I slept through family night. Let me text Matt, tell him I'm sorry. But then I'm like, wait a minute, it's still Sunday. So, made it right.
Yeah, man, we were looking for you. Everybody was like, is Kendall playing tonight? I was like, I don't know. I think he might be busy.
I was like, oh man, I just slept through it. No.
So, and that's what's made it tough for me to do family night starting at 9 o'clock. And I told her, I was like, man, see, VA is off on holidays except for a couple of dialysis, which is never us. So I was like, hey man, maybe we can make it out this Sunday. This Sunday's for taping, so not by the time this show airs, that Sunday would have already happened. Right. So that would have been a few days ago. So by the time this show airs, this will be a few days before the September 8th show. So hopefully I'll make it out. That would be kind of cool.
Hope so, man.
So like Southbound, they actually have food on the menu that us keto people can eat. They got the best skins on the face of the planet.
Oh, yeah.
Love the skins. Love the collards. So, and
good stuff.
What better place to have a family night in the South than a place that serves collards?
Absolutely.
So
it's the only way.
They don't have cornbread though.
They don't have cornbread.
They have cornbread and buttermilk. It'd be perfect.
Yeah, it would.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah, couldn't beat it.
All right, so remind us again all the details about the show this Sunday. Which, for those of you, let me say before he says this, while this is a special show, the time and the location and the general idea follows every Sunday. So, but for this particular show, he's going to talk about the times follow every Sunday.
Yeah.
So, unless it falls on Christmas, probably. So,
if it falls on Christmas, yeah.
So tell us all the details about this show.
So, yeah, like you said, it's going to be at Southbound. 9 p.m. is when the music starts. I'm not sure of the order yet. I believe Jack Daniels Day Lewis is going to be opening, which is Ryan Abel, Michael Bellamy, Brooks Andrews, and Russell Jarrett, I believe.
Woo, that's an all-star. You can stop the show right there.
Yeah.
That's an all-star show right there. Russell awesome. Jarrett, really?
Yeah.
Oh man, Russell Jarrett, people who must.
Yeah.
So and who did you say was on bass?
After that'll be on bass is Brooks Andrews. That's,
all right. So Betamy's brother on bass.
Betamy's brother, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. After that we got Will McCraney, Kenny George, Bethany Davis, Kendall Vec. I think JC and Taylor are doing a set together. JC Ward, Taylor Swan, and then who knows who else. Up to that point, there could be 20 more people there.
Holy cow! That's man. Yeah. Staying awake is one thing. I mean, gosh, you'd be like exhausted by the third act. You'd be
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. It's gonna be
whip my ass.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be wild to have all them under one roof. It's gonna be.
And how late does this usually go on Sunday?
The latest they let us go is 1:30.
Okay, does the kitchen stay open till 1:30?
No, the kitchen closes at 10.
Oh man.
Yeah. So
if you guys are going to
you're going to eat, yeah.
So you at least need to show up for like the first couple of acts, right? But I don't know, between you and me, if that's the opening, if that's the starting act, why wouldn't you want to show up for that?
If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Jack Daniels Day Lewis' first time playing at Southbound.
No,
ever.
Man.
I do believe.
Nice. That should be cool.
I'm excited about that for sure.
So they have some interesting. Brittingham has some interesting folks that play. What do they have, like blue tinted boobies or something?
I saw that. I've never heard of that band, but they have some bands play there that
the picture looks cool.
Yeah,
it looks rock and roll,
the
but
picture,
no Brittingham. It's probably like closer to kind of probably
bluegrass, something like that.
You know, because back in the day, you know, he's from the old the In Like Flynn crew back in the day when you could go to the old post office, the end of the post office, and Kevin Tierney would have, like, every weekend you'd just sit there and stand and you'd watch all these people tripping and dancing to, like, 20-minute jam songs. And
nice.
Like, Joe Bone, I've had Joe Bone back in the day. Be like, grooving up front. I'm sure Happy Bones was up front.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm sure.
So,
they done seen some things.
Oh man. So yeah. So that was cool. Southbound. They opened that big room next door. They built there. When are they going to open that big room?
It's open, but it's only open for specific things. I think they're trying to get a permit right now to have music there. I don't think they have a permit yet. Or something.
That's a big
Big
room.
It's an awesome room. Have you seen it? The inside? It's
No, but I
beautiful.
mean, you would figure that
Big
that
stage.
room is going to be for bigger shows.
I think that was the plan, but
The rumors are there's some permit issues, or
like zoning issues. I hope they get it figured out though, because that'd be like a great showroom. Great.
See, what they need to do is they need to do a tie-in with Across the Street, and then on some nights they need to stay open so people like me can like go across the street and go, can I have another cold brew or nitro? I'm going, and that way while people are going, woo, I'll be going, yeah, I'm jacked, baby.
I love it.
Some people get tore up on some import beer and lager and draft, and I get tore up on too much ice brew. Right? So
Shake it.
Hey, I know the secret now. I know that it's got to be dark roast.
Oh,
Because when I used to hang out in the metro, and I'd get the cuppa, and I'd always go get the light roast. Thinking light roast.
Light's gotta be light. It's gotta be light.
Yeah, so 2 cups in, I'm just like, I think I need to go home. I can't.
Gotta go sleep it off.
I can't even type next. I'm driving down the road.
I feel like Stoney would be the first guy to get a coffee hangover. Like wake up the next morning and be like, "What happened last night?" Still his hands still be shaking.
Oh, I don't know. She the wife makes like 3 like pitchers of cold brew like on the weekends.
She's busting you out, man.
Yeah, because it's like Tuesday. She's like, you got 1 pitcher left, and I'm like,
it happens, man.
hey, you know what? When you tell me, hey, you need to stop spending so much money out on coffee, I got to get it somewhere.
Let me live my life.
Right. So, all right. So this Sunday, Southbound, a whole bunch of local superstars on the bill. No cover, right?
No cover.
No cover. Just the only thing that costs is order some food or something from the bar. Support the venue. And like I said, the food is really, really good.
Awesome.
I can't speak for the alcohol. So
It's pretty good.
I'm sure
Same as everywhere else.
I'm sure it's pretty good too.
Crack a couple natty daddies and
Natty
get to
daddy.
it.
So get you a seat. So all right. So we are going to go head on out and appreciate you guys like coming all the way. If you, I'm gonna tell you guys, okay. So one of you, did you have a gig last night?
I did.
Okay, so Kendall had a gig last night, and you were somewhere at a gig last night.
I forgot where I was.
Right. All right. So this is Saturday. They got here. They were supposed to get here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually knocked on the door at 7:30. Luckily, I've been up since like 6. So mad props for getting up and coming out all the way to Aiken.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So,
Thank you.
once again, Matt Doyle, Kendall,
Hey guys.
Levesque. So
There we go.
Levesque.
right here on Racket Radio, we're going to go out now. This is on our last track is off the Ryan Abel, but it is credited to Abel and Lee, which they did a bunch of shows of. I guess they wrote it together. We're going to hit the road with a track called The Road on Racket Radio. We'll see you guys later. And Matt, Kendall, you guys be safe, and we will hopefully see you guys Sunday.
Awesome. Thank you, Sonny.
Do it. Thanks for having us.